everyone, welcome to part 2 of my 2021 holiday gift guide. I just finished a whole video showing you all of my favorite coloring supplies that you would want to put on your Christmas list. And I separated that video out into sections. So if you are a beginner, I have a section where there are essential supplies that you would want to put on your Christmas list if you are just finding this wonderful hobby of adult coloring and you want to get some goodies for Christmas. I have several budget sets of pencils that I really truly love, as well as artist grade things. There is a whole lot in that video. At the end of both of these videos, I am making sure that I include all of your responses on my post in my Facebook group where you all share your favorite things that you think other colorists should add to their Christmas lists. So this video should be fun. Grab your snacks, your tea, your coffee, and sit down and watch with me. Maybe grab a piece of paper so you can start creating your Christmas list. If you check the description box down below, I will have everything that you see in this video, and believe me, it's going to be quite a lot, but everything will be down in the description box below so that you can very easily find it and possibly share them with your loved ones who are buying for you for Christmas. I will also have a link down there for my Etsy store. I am running a Black Friday sale right now in my Etsy store, and that will go until Saturday. So if you haven't seen the first video, I show you some of the things in the beginning of that video that you can find in my Etsy store. I have my color combination and blending tutorial workbook, which is a 29-page tutorial workbook that shows you how to create color combinations, how to put your colors together, how to blend them and get smooth transitions. And it has diagrams and examples and all of that. And it's a really great tutorial workbook. So if you're looking to practice your color combinations or learn how to put colors together, it's a great time to go ahead and grab that one. You will also find a link down there for my Facebook group. If you're not already in my Facebook group, please do send in a request to join. We all know that Johanna Basford books are some of the most popular, and they are my absolute favorites. So of course I had to feature them at the very beginning of this video. This is her newest release. Well, not her newest release. This one is her second to last one that she released. She just released another one called 30 Days of Creativity. I have a flip through on my channel of that one. And that is a book that just encourages you to be creative for 10 minutes a day. And it teaches you how to draw. And then of course you can color in the book as well. But the first one, this is my absolute favorite book. And so this is the first one I want to share with you. This is World of Flowers. And if y'all have been watching my channel for quite some time, you know that anytime I want to color a flower and I want to do a tutorial, I pull this book out. I love this book. Now this is an additional copy that I have of this book, so you're not going to see any of my tutorial flowers when I flip through here. But I'm going to do sort of a quick flip through a lot of these books. I'm not going to be able to do full flip throughs in this video just because it would make the video far too long, and it's already going to be very long. Let me go ahead and just flip through here for those of you that may be beginners and just finding this wonderful hobby and have not seen what the Johanna books look like. But her artwork is some of the best. The paper in these books is wonderful. It works really well with your Prismacolors and lots of other colored pencil sets. I love using my Black Widows in here. I've used my Polychromos in here. There are several pencil sets. Almost all of them work well in this book. This is just going to be my really quick flip through, and I'm not really going to do a lot of commentary and talk about the pages in the books. And I usually stick to doing that in my coloring book haul and reviews. For this video, I just want you to be able to have some choices and some things that you could add to your Christmas list. This is Worlds of Wonder. This is another book that is really beautiful. And this one is a little bit different than her typical, what we would think of, you know, Johanna artwork. But I absolutely love it. It's got super, super cute images in here. Of course, it's got the pages where it just has some smaller images like this one here and the one we just flipped past. that you can just sit down and color in, you know, maybe 15 minutes or something like that if you just want to sit down and take a break and relax and de-stress. Here's another one with lots of cakes on the page that you can sit down and just color one at a time if you want, or you could color all of them and do a background. But look how pretty the images are in here. But I love this book. It's really, really beautiful. Now let me go ahead and show you a couple of her older books. This is Enchanted Forest, and this is one of my favorite books of hers as well. And you'll be able to see as I flip through here that it's a little bit different from what like her newer books look like. Like the paper is a totally different color. And we've got like this page here that has all this black in the page. And there is really nothing else like that in her newer books. But the artwork just looks a little bit different, and you can see that as I sort of flip through. So even in this book, you can see that you've got these pages where you just have individual little items if you just wanted to come and practice your coloring for a little while or just relax and de-stress. And then there's pages such as these that just have like a bunch of leaves on them, and so you could practice coloring many different kinds of leaves. This page to me looks very autumny, or like I would want to add, I think, like a lot of autumn leaf colors to that page. Here we have a porcupine with lots of leaves, or he's made out of leaves, but he's got a little bit of fur. He's cute. But you're going to find lots of leaves in this book. In all of her books, you're going to find lots of leaves, trees. This one I think had a castle, if I remember from the first part of the flip through. But that's a really beautiful book, and I love the cover. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the castle. But yeah, I think that I saw that castle in the book as well. This next one is Magical Jungle, and this is one of her older books as well. And another one that is really, really good is Secret Garden, but I did not pull that one. I'm sure there's plenty of flip throughs on that one. If you go through YouTube, you would find absolutely a ton of flip throughs, and you will find a ton of people coloring in that book and any of the Johanna books. And I have a ton on my channel as well, mostly in World of Flowers, and I think I have one in Magical Jungle where I did a leaf tutorial. I absolutely love her artwork. And Johanna's books are where I started. They were my absolute first books I ever got when I found this hobby, when you used to go into the Barnes & Noble bookstore, and you have this big, huge bookstore, and you walk in, and right there in the front, they have nothing but a big, huge table of coloring books. And I grabbed all of the Johanna Basfords. They were the very first ones I ever had. So these next books are probably my second favorite books on my list, and these would be fantastic for any of you that are putting together a Christmas list. If you don't already have these, you definitely need these in your life. Now the paper in these books is going to be a little bit smoother, but it still works well with polychromos and Prismacolors. I've also used my Black Widows in this book, and they perform beautifully. But look at all these adorable images in this book. And then like in the Johanna Basford books, you're going to get these pages where you could just come in and just color maybe like one of these eggs if you wanted to, or you could do the whole page and add a background. But some of the artwork in this book, look at this page. It's like a bookstore. It says Henry's Books up there, and it's just so super cute. And this is my second copy of this book. I was so excited when they became available again, and I was able to get a second copy. I actually just did a tutorial on this one and turned all of this here into actual real looking grass. And I'll make sure that I link that in the upper right hand corner so that you can find that. But I love the way that it turned out. And then in these books, you have a Christmas page to color. And in all of them, there are some Christmas pages kind of stuck in and scattered throughout the book. But I love the Romantic Country series. This is the first tale. This one here is the second tale. And so I'll just flip through this one very quickly. Oh, and at the end of these books, you're going to have in each one of them kind of like a little story. And then it tells you about each one of the pages, and you could see here already that there is a Christmas page, I believe at the very beginning of the book, so we'll have to take a look at that. But like I said, you've got the Christmas pages kind of scattered throughout, and the images in these books are just the cutest ever. And this again was probably the second series that I purchased when I first started coloring. I love these books. Love, love, love these books. And this was way back before I even ever bought anything on Amazon. I got all of these from Barnes & Noble until just recently when I got my a second copy of the first tale and grabbed that off of Amazon when I saw that it became available again. But look at these images. Is this not gorgeous? Let me pull it out a little bit just so you could see the full page spread. But it kind of just looks like, you know, a Cinderella themed page with the carriage and the horse. It's beautiful. Look at this one. The girl looking out over the water. Is that water? I think it's probably water at the castle. But these are just beautiful. And did I miss the Christmas page? Okay, so here is the Christmas page. And it's actually a double page spread. But look how beautiful that is. And the artist that does these books, she creates all of these pages with just a toothpick. And the line art is sort of like a very dark gray. It's not black, it's just sort of like a gray. And it looks like it's not just dark gray, but there's also some lighter gray and different tones in here. But I love, love, love these books. And then here we have the third tale. I think it's easier for me to do a flip from the back. 3D coloring cards, make your own pop-ups. Oh, how cute. I didn't even know that was back there. And then, of course, you've got the story in the back of the book. But look at these images. Oh, I love this page. And I'm just going to flip through this one a little bit quicker because we've got a lot to get through. And y'all have seen the beautiful line art already in this book. Oh, I love this page. Y'all have to let me know in the comments below which books are your favorite, what you decided to add to your Christmas list. What are you just picking up for yourself and buying yourself your own Christmas presents? I have done a little bit of that. But I've had to stop after buying too many new pencils. We have so many new pencil sets coming out. Okay, so that was Romantic Country, the third tale. One of the next artists that I really love her books is Maria Trolle, and Nightfall is my favorite. These two, Nightfall and Botanicum, these two are my favorites out of all of her books, but any of the Maria Trolle books are all wonderful. And I'll just flip through here so you could see her art style here, but you can see that she's got some of the pages with the black background, so when you color on these, it just really pops. And then you don't have to color your own background because it's already there. And you'll see that some of the pages are colored and some were probably from tutorials. This was definitely a tutorial on lighting, I believe. But her artwork is really cutesy. This was another tutorial. Of course, you're going to get lots of flowers in this book as well. This one was another tutorial I colored with Crayola pencils. And oh my goodness, look how gorgeous that turned out. I absolutely love that butterfly. And it looks like here I was just testing out some other pencils. But I do use a lot of my books for tutorials, so I have to have like 2 and 3 copies of some of them. And I like to use some of my books to test out on paper so I could let you all know what paper is best for which books. And I will tell you that in this book, my Artezas lay down like a dream. And my 120 Brutfuner pencils lay down like a dream as well. This was a tutorial. And this is the most popular video on my channel. I think it probably has over 30,000 views now or something. But this was on lighting and how to lay your colors, lighting and shadows and all of that. And then this was part of a question and answer. And this is the 120 Brutfuner colored pencils. And this one here is the Arteza pencils. You could see how beautiful they lay down. And this, I think I came back, and that might be polychromos or something like that. I was testing something out. I can't remember. It was in a video. And then this here was done with Black Widows, and this was part of a few tutorials, and I never got around to finishing it. And then this one here was also part of a tutorial. I can't really remember, but I think that was Crayola's. But yeah, I think that was part of a tutorial. But I absolutely love this book. I love all the Maria Trolle books. But out of all of them, these two, the Nightfall and the Botanicum, they are my favorites out of every one of them. And so this one I'll just do kind of a quick flip through. And a lot of her art looks very much the same. So you're going to find a lot of similar type of artwork. And, you know, I think every artist is like that. They all have a particular style, and a lot of them you can look at it and you know, okay, that is Maria Trolle or that is Johanna Basford. Like, you look at it and you just know. Her artwork really does stand out, and it's gorgeous. And in the back of these books, you're going to have a list of all of the different flowers on each page. So if you wanted to color a flower on a page that looks real, or what it would look like in real life, you can totally do that. Looks like I was testing out some more pencils on this page or something. But yeah, you're going to see a lot of that in some of these books as I flip through, because like I said, I use a lot of my books for tutorials or to practice or to do something or to try a pencil or test a pencil out on the paper. But this paper in these books, it is absolutely wonderful. It is slightly toothy. It's not toothy. So it's kind of like a perfect, like right in the middle between smooth and toothy. So it is probably really, really great for beginners who don't want to keep laying those layers and layers and layers and layers down with their colored pencils. One of the next artists I would love to share is Hannah Carlson. Her books are amazing, and I do have a couple that are my favorites. My favorites are Daydreams, which I looked in my cabinet and I could not find it. It must be laying somewhere else. But I love the Daydreams book, and this one is my absolute favorite. This one is Magical Dawn, and I also grabbed Seasons. I got this one very recently, so I've not even been able to look through it, but I think that there's some Christmas images in here. So I wanted to be able to do a quick flip through on this one and see what we have in here as far as Christmas or maybe winter themed, since that is her Seasons book. So here's Magical Dawn, and we did do a color along on my channel from this book. And this book is going to have a lot of these like bottles, like potion bottles and stuff like that. And I have used watercolor in here, so bear with me as I flip through because I could already feel my book in the back. It's like it feels like a little bit different, like, you know, that feeling when you've got watercolor on some of the pages. So the pages are just going to start flying up. It will go away after I get to the page that we did for the color along. So look at her images, how pretty they are. And then here's the page we did for the color along, and I've got so much going on this page that it is, you know, a little bit crinkled, but it took everything very, very well. So if you want a book where you can use lots of mixed media, this is a great book for that. I did put something behind so that I wouldn't have to worry about anything getting messed up, but there is a full color along for this on my channel, full of tutorials, shows you how to do the liquid, shows you how to do the liquid laying to the side. I actually drew all of that in, and yeah. So I will link that in the upper right hand corner for you to see, but I don't want to do a full flip through. I just want to show you a little bit more of her art. This is another one that I colored. This is before I ever even did YouTube, but I do have a tutorial on my channel for bubbles if you're looking for that. But I love this page. This is one of my favorite things that I've ever colored. This and my Mariola Budek portrait that I colored. But these are the Jane Davenport palette pastels. If you watched my first video in this series for the holiday gift guide of 2021, then you saw where I showed the Jane Davenport palette pastels. I love this. And then these are stickles. And this was another page that I was doing for a tutorial. I started out on my own, and then I finished it in my, or did a little bit of these in my ultimate guide to fine liners to show you what you could do with fine liners. And I think you've probably seen enough of that when you get an idea of what her artwork looks like. And then I want to go ahead and show you this one as well. This one is Seasons. And these books do have nice paper. They're kind of like in the middle. They're kind of like, I don't know, smooth, but have a very little bit of tooth. Kind of like the Maria Trolle books. But I think they may be a little bit smoother than the Maria Trolle books. I really need to try my Artezas in this book to see if they go down as well as in the Maria Trolle books. But look how beautiful this artwork is. Lots of flowers. And I'm not sure if we're going to see any Christmas in here. I thought that there would be something that was kind of Christmas themed. Okay, so we have some pumpkins and stuff, so maybe we'll see something here that is winter themed. More Halloween. Okay, here we go. So here's a beautiful one with a reindeer. And so that is sort of Christmas themed. And isn't that cool how she added all the crystals in here right along with that? So neat. Look at that. So you're going to get a lot of birds. Here we have some ornaments. So we have another page that would be really beautiful to color for Christmas. So that was Seasons by Hannah Carlson. And I just really love her books. I think I have all of them now. And I just recently, she just had a new book come out. And I did a flip through on my channel. So if you go back and look on my channel and you just type in or search Hannah Carlson, you'll find that one. And she also has another one that is very, very new called The Tales of a Witch's Cottage or something like that. And I have been trying so hard to get that book. I had it on order and then through Book Depository, and then they sent me my money back and canceled the order because they could not get it in stock. I know a lot of people are getting the book, but a lot of people are also struggling to be able to get the book. And the next artist that I really, really love is Kirby Rosanas. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. I'm really not sure. But out of all of his books, these are my two favorites. And I really never got into his book or his artwork until World Within Worlds was released. And I colored a couple things in here, and one, I believe there's a couple tutorials on my channel. It's from when I first started my YouTube channel. But let me go ahead and flip through here and you could see some of the beautiful artwork in this book. Oh, there I started experimenting. But I've been wanting to, I bought this book for these pages, for this double page spread, because I really, really wanted to color this. And then I sat down one day and I said, I really, really wanted to color that. And I sat down and I started coloring it a little bit. And now I don't even remember what I did here to go back and finish it. But I was trying to take white and add white in there. And I think I didn't like the way that it turned out. I mean, now I'm looking at it and it looks okay. And I could probably go through and fix a lot of it. But see, I make mistakes too, and I do things that I really don't like. Okay, so some of the pages are just really, really cute. Some of them are more intricate and have a lot more going on than other pages. And you'll see a lot of the black line art that is kind of filled in and such. But you look at it and you think, okay, so that is really, really intricate and it's kind of intimidating, and you think you can't do it, but you can, because the darker line art all in here where you would be coloring, it is actually very, very helpful when you're coloring. And then this page was a page that I did. It was one of the very first color alongs that we did when I started my Facebook group, and I don't even remember what parts of the tutorials are on my YouTube channel. I would have to go back and look. But I know that there's a tutorial on the color combination and exactly how I colored all of these petals. I loved that color combination and I had to share it. And then there may be one on contrasting colors. I don't really remember. But I colored one more page in here. And again, oh, there it is. So we skipped a few. Okay. Oh, that was the page, that one with the library. I really want to color that. But this was another one that I colored. And I think I have a tutorial on my channel showing you how to make something look like it's really standing out by using gray. I'm not positive though. I have so many videos now that I don't remember what I've done on my channel and what I have not. I'm going to start having to redo some of my tutorials because they just get so lost. And I know I have a lot of new subscribers. Now this is Fragile World, and I will be coloring in this book. I have not yet because I've not had time, but I always forget too that I have this book. And so I'm so glad because of this video, I started going through my coloring books again. But the artwork in this book is beautiful. And if you want to color animals or practice fur, you've got some birds and lots of different animals in here. But if you want to practice coloring fur, like this would be a really great one to color. And again, you've got a lot of that black line art there that you could color right over. And I really look at that as a guide, and I don't let it intimidate me. And I think everybody should look at it like that, because it really changes the way it looks when your colored pencils go down on this, on the coloring page. We have some gorgeous birds here. Oh my gosh, the colors I could put in those birds. So let me go ahead and flip through this one. If you want to slow down as I flip through, you could always slow down as I flip through with the little gear down at the bottom of any of the videos. Oh, we've got some monkeys. Okay, so that was Kirby Rosanes, Fragile World, and Worlds Within Worlds. And this book here is my absolute favorite. You need to add this to your Christmas list. You definitely need this on your Christmas list. So this one I definitely have to share. This is one of my favorite coloring books, and the paper is absolutely wonderful. This one is Flowers and Gems by Grazia Salvo. And look at this, the pages are perforated. So after you color something in here, you can tear it out. And then it is spiral bound, and the paper is wonderful to color on. But look at these images. It is going to be grayscale, but again, like I said, when you've got like the darker colors on any of your coloring pages, I'm not going to show every page, I just want you to be able to see the art style in here, but always use them as a guide. All of the darker line art, whether it's grayscale or in the style done in the Kirby book we just looked at together, always use it as a guide and don't allow it to intimidate you, because it should make it easier for you to color rather than intimidate you and steer you away from it. But look how beautiful these images are. And then of course it's called Flowers and Gems. So you got to grab your gel pens and your glitter, and you need to make all this stuff really shiny. Here is one that I colored. I absolutely love how it turned out. I think I was following a color palette for this one. But yeah, you could see what the images look like in here. They are just all very, very pretty. Let me go ahead and move a little bit faster. This one, the paper is a little bit thicker, so it makes it a little harder to do it this way. Yeah, see, they all just go on me. So I'll show you a couple more pages. And then here's another one that I started that I need to come back and finish. This one I did with luminance, and I'm loving how it turns out. I tried to make all of this look very translucent, but I'm a little stuck in this one because I can't tell if she has something under here or if that's her actual arm. But I colored this one with luminance, and I love the way that it turned out, and I'm trying to make this look like it is a little bit see-through, and so I need to come back and finish working on that. I plan to make her crown all like very like metallic, but I can't wait to come back and do that. I'm probably going to add glitter on that page too, but yeah, this is one of my absolute favorite coloring books. I love coloring in this one, and the paper is fabulous. If you want to practice coloring portraits, this is definitely a great book. And then here, this book would make such a fantastic Christmas present. It is Flower Girls coloring book, and this is the premium edition, and they do have this on Amazon. As far as I know, they still have it on Amazon, but it is a hardback, such great quality, and the paper in here is amazing. The paper is so thick, and it is a dream to use with colored pencils. This page was actually a tutorial on my channel on how to color wood, and so I've not come back and finished any of this yet. I really need to come back and finish this page. I have so many whips, it's not even funny. And then I forget what I colored and what I have to come back to. But this book is just beautiful. And then on the previous page, it's going to have a picture, and then if you want to copy it over here, you can do that. And it looks like, is this perforated? I didn't realize that before. I think it might just be dotted. I don't think that it's perforated, but there's a dot there, I guess, if you wanted to use an X-Acto knife or something and cut out the page, but I would never cut a page out of this book. It's just far too beautiful. I would never, ever, ever, ever do that. But look how pretty this book is. not even pretty. Like, the book is just gorgeous. The artwork is phenomenal. And I don't know, looking through here, it just puts you in some kind of place, doesn't it? I would imagine coloring in this book, like a scene like this, would just kind of put you in a very calming mood. I love it. And then this would give you the opportunity to practice coloring windows and make something look see-through. Or you could copy what you see over here and bring these colors over here and make yours look the same. But that is Forest Girls coloring book, and I love this book. The next one I have is Circle of Life, and I'm not even going to pronounce or try to pronounce the artist's name because I know that I will mess it up so bad. So you could see who the artist is. I'll hold it a little closer. I'll have a link down below for this coloring book, but if you were on Amazon and just searched Circle of Life, you would definitely find it because this one is a popular one. But everything is kind of like mandala style, and the paper, I've not colored in this book yet, but the paper is rather smooth. But everything is kind of like mandala style. And of course, you know, the book is called Circle of Life. So everything is going to be, well, I guess most everything is going to be in a circle. Right when I was getting ready to say that, I came upon that page with the birds. It was not a circle, but most of them are going to be in the shape of a circle, as you can see. And again, the artwork, the actual artwork looks a lot like what we saw in the Kirby Rosanis books. I have seen so many pages shared in my Facebook group, and they are just beautiful. There's also a Facebook group for this coloring book specifically, and there's a lot of gorgeous pages shared in there where you could get some ideas on how you want to color your pages. Look how beautiful this is. But yeah, I just love this book. That was, again, Circle of Life, and it's just a really nice book. So I always like to recommend the Color It books. And the reason I like to recommend the Color It books, and not necessarily just any of their books, but the mandala books, any of their mandala books in their series of coloring books are really, really wonderful, because if you're just wanting to sit back and relax, these are really, really great. And I love these books just because of the paper. Now the paper is smoother, so if I want to come and I want to do some type of mixed media, and I want to bring in like my alcohol markers and my gel pens and all of those things. I've done quite a few tutorials on my channel where I've colored in these books, and I've showed you how to do some gel pen blending and some other things. But if you just want to sit and relax and you just want to de-stress, mandalas are a great way to do that. And then you can use your alcohol markers and any of your other mediums, and you can use all of those right along with your colored pencils in this book. And I'm not going to show you every page because there are 50 images in this book, but you could see how all of the mandalas in here differ. Like some of them just have like a straight mandala, some of them have a bunch of different mandalas on the page, some of them have the mandala just spread across the entire page, like this one here. So you're going to get a little bit of everything in here. And these just make it a really relaxing time to just sit down and color. And so I really do like the Color It books. There are quite a few other Color It books that I really, really like, but if you go to their website or Amazon, you will find tons of things. Okay, so I didn't want to leave you hanging at just that, so I went and grabbed some of my other Color It books so you could see what some of the choices are that you have, but I'm not going to flip through these. You'll be able to tell by the theme exactly what is inside. And most all of these books, I have flip throughs on my channel. So this is Colors of the Jungle. I have a flip through on my channel of this one, a complete flip through with commentary and everything, talking all about the book. And I also have a tutorial in that video where I show you how to color with pencil over alcohol markers. Okay, so here is the tutorial that you will find on my channel. I just showed how to color the elephant, and I did it with alcohol markers and colored pencil over it, trying to make him look as realistic as I possibly could. But this is an example of what the pages are going to look like all the way through this book. And that is COLORISTS Colors of the Jungle. And then this one here is another one of their mandala books. This is volume 2. But this is what some of the pages look like in here. And all of the Color It books are going to be consistent as far as the paper goes. This book is amazing. This book is Fairies, and I have a tutorial on gel pen blending on my channel on one of the pages in here. But this is what the pages inside look like, and they're just adorable. They really, really are, but I love this book. This one is one of their more recent ones. This one is Colorful Celebrations. There is a flip through on this one, and I think it is in my last massive coloring book haul and review video, but this is what the pages look like all through that book. This one is their newest release. This one is Roaring Twenties. This one, there is a flip through, and this might be in one of my massive coloring book haul videos as well, but this is an example of the pages. And of course, I'm not going to flip through the whole thing, but that is a really cool theme for a coloring book. So those are all the Color It books I have. I might have a couple more, but they are really great just because of the paper, and they're perforated, and you could tear out your pages after you color them. So they're really wonderful in that way. So these books here are also part of the Forest Girls coloring book collection. And I can't remember which one is the second and which one is the third and which one is the first. But if you had all of these along with this one, then you would have all of them. This one has the absolute best paper. This one is the best quality. It's got the hard cover in it. And then these two, this one here, the paper is very, very smooth. And it's just a little bit different. It does have a nice cover on it, and it is very good quality, but the paper is going to be much smoother. And the paper is still a good thickness, but it is extremely smooth. And then this one here is the other one, and this paper is the same. It is very, very smooth, and it's a decent thickness. And just like the other ones, it's going to have the picture here that you can recolor it in the way that you want to, but I'm not going to flip through the entire books. I'll do it really quickly just to show you, but all of the artwork looks very much the same in all three of these books. But I just wanted to be able to show you those just in case you're a collector and you wanted to be able to pick up all three of these beautiful books. Okay, so the next books that I have are the Tatiana Bogema books, and these are all the nice little town books. I have some Halloween ones as well, but these right here, these are my favorites, especially this one right here. And I just did a video where I did complete flip throughs of all of these. So I'll try to link that in the upper right hand corner because I'm not going to do complete flip throughs. And this book here is the Vintage Classic Coloring Pages. It is 3 and 4. And I think that it is 4 that I really, really love. But this is like 2 coloring books in one. And yeah, so this is the 4th book. And so if you just want the fairy tale stuff like I did, Tatiana was so sweet and she sent me all of these to review on my channel. But this is the one that I really, really, really love. And so I wanted to be able to share this with you. But I will put a link down in the description box below if you want to pick up just the 4th book, because these fairy tale scenes are absolutely beautiful. And then this one here, these are going to be a little bit different. Everything is just very vintagey looking. And I'll just show you really quick. If you want to see the full flips, then I will make sure that video is linked at the top upper right hand corner. But that's what the images look like in that one. And remember, these are 2 different books. So if you saw something when you flip through, it could be from one book or the other. I don't have the individual 1 or 2. And then these are her nice little town books that are so popular. And she had me pick out the ones that I liked the best to share with you, because I always like to share with y'all everything that I like the best. And so I watched flip throughs of so many different books online trying to decide which ones that I wanted to recommend to everybody. And so these were the ones I picked. I've got Nice Little Town 10, 8, Atlantic, and oh, here's the Halloween one. So these are my 3 favorites out of the Nice Little Town series, 8, 10, and then Atlantic. And I'll just do a quick flip through of just one of them so you could see what her artwork looks like. But she does also have an Etsy store, If you would like to be able to print on your own paper, y'all know I always recommend the Spring Hill paper. It's wonderful. I also like the Strathmore colored pencil paper, but that one is quite a bit more money. But the images are absolutely adorable. This one here is a little bit different. It's a nice little town, but it's going to be like all underwater. So it is very different and it's adorable. And you can pick all of these up in her Etsy store, any of them that I've showed you. I think, though, if you wanted these, the Vintage Classic coloring pages, I think that you can actually pick those up in her Etsy store, just 1 or just 2 or just 3 or 4. And then this is her nice little town, Halloween in Witch Town, and this is one of my absolute favorite Halloween books. It is so, so cute, and the images in here are just adorable, the little witches and just the theme in here all through the entire thing. It's absolutely adorable. And she has another Halloween book, but I didn't pull it out for this video because I really just want to show y'all what my favorites are so that you can add something you see to your Christmas lists. So this one is Nice Little Town Interiors, and this one is very different. And I really, really like this one because I do love interior books. But this one is kind of like her own little style, and then some of the pages you're gonna see will have like the inside of her little mouse houses, which I found to be absolutely adorable. We've got a kitchen scene, and look at how I just love these. I really do. We've got plants on the ceiling. But this is a really great book. I love it. But I wanted to be able to share all of those with you. I really, really love the Tatiana Bogema books. And the best part about those is that you can go to her Etsy store and buy them if you want to. But I will have links to all of these down in the description box below. Okay, so the next artist I want to share with you is Kameliya Angelkova. And I am so late to the game. I had a subscriber send these to me, and I fell in love with them. I absolutely fell in love with them. Now this winter one, I thought it was really appropriate to add to this video. I do have an entire Christmas themed section coming up. So I've got some Christmas books that I would like to share with you. And I wanted to show all of the other books in this video because when we are shopping for Christmas, we don't necessarily just want Christmas books, but I didn't want to have to do another video with Christmas books alone. But I'm not going to flip through all of these because I have done quick flip throughs on these already in my last coloring book supply and coloring book haul video. And so I showed all of these except for the winter one. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick flip through of the winter book. And she has a new one out that is absolutely adorable that I want to get, and it is Christmas themed. It's like little elves or something, and it's just adorable. But look how cute some of these images are. Little bunny. And they're just all going to be winter scenes. And all of her books all pretty much reflect the same style. They're all just little miniatures, and then I believe she has like some mandala books as well, but I don't have any of those. The subscriber that sent these to me sent me all of them, like 7 books or something, and I was so excited to receive these because I didn't have any from her yet, and they are the cutest books ever. So let me just show you one more. This one is 50 Romantic Miniatures, and I'll just do a really quick flip through on here because I already did, but I loved this one. It is absolutely adorable. So yeah, that's what you're going to find in there. Look at that cake. That is so neat. Let me show you the ones that I do have, and I'll just read you off the titles in case it sounds like something you might want to ask for Christmas or pick up for yourself. So I've got the 50 Jungle Miniatures. I have the 50 Summer Miniatures, 50 Spring Miniatures, 50 Autumn Miniatures, and then 50 Ocean Miniatures. And they are all adorable. So this section of the video from here on out is going to be Christmas books. So the first one that I have to share with you is Johanna's Christmas by Johanna Basford. And I'm just going to do a quick flip through of this one. We actually did a color along last year on my channel, full with tutorials on how to color snow, I think how to create gold. I colored a golden castle and showed you a gold color combination. And I believe that I've torn that page out of this book. I wish that I hadn't. But I'm pretty sure I tore it out. I think the pages, yeah, the pages are perforated in this book. So that makes it really, really nice. But I wish I didn't take my picture out. I think it was because I wanted to be able to do the tutorial and I didn't want to be in the book. And I was using other mediums to create the snow. And I didn't want to mess my book up. But there are some adorable images in here if you want to color a little bit of Johanna's artwork for Christmas. But that is another gorgeous book. All of her books are gorgeous. And then this one is a Whimsy Girls Christmas coloring book by Hannah Lynn. And I'll go ahead and just flip through this one just a little bit so you could see her art style. But if you want to practice coloring skin, coloring hair, even making water, this book would be absolutely fantastic. And this one is on the Amazon paper, but she does have her special editions or artist editions in her or on her website, I believe. I don't think she has an Etsy store. I believe it's on her website. She may have an Etsy store where she has her PDF copies of her books. I think that she does. And this was for a color along that we did last year. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at this sparkle in my lighting here. But look at all the glitter. I don't know if you could see that on camera. But it had lots of stickles and bling bling on this page. I love how I did that with the topping and the marshmallows and her wings. But this was a full color along on my channel for Christmas in July, so you can go back and find that. Her girls are adorable, and I love coloring in her books. And I used to color a lot more Hannah Lynn about a year ago. About a year ago, that was like all I colored. Actually, it's probably been 2 years. It was before I started a YouTube channel. But I used to color nothing but Hannah Lynn. It was probably maybe a year and a half to 2 years ago. And I really love her artwork. And then I have a couple Deborah Muller books. So this one is called Christmas Fun. And Deborah Muller's books are going to be a little bit different. They're all Christmas, but they're going to have a very different theme. So let me go ahead and just flip through here. And you could see what her artwork looks like, but it's more of a very cutesy style, and it's actually a lot of fun to color. Y'all know, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I love Deborah Muller, not just as an artist, but she's the sweetest person ever. And I really do love her artwork, and Deborah was where I started when I first discovered this hobby after I went from... After I was coloring in Johanna's books, she was the first artist that I discovered before anyone else, and it was because a friend in the coloring community had shared it with me and said, go check out Deborah Muller's books, and I did, and I started buying so many of them. But this one, oh, I started coloring this with alcohol markers, and I never came back to finish it. See, I told y'all I have tons of whips. I never even got to the part where I was going to go over it with pencil, I don't think. I need to come back and finish that one, especially now that it's Christmas time. But this one is a Gothic Christmas, and their clothing in this book, this is the reason I bought this one, because I loved the clothing. But there's a bunch of cute images in here. And if you want to color snowmans and practice coloring objects white, you can do that in that book. This one is Naughty or Nice Pinup Girls, and I think I colored something in here. But this is a really cute book. Oh, and of course it flipped right open to the one that I colored. But this one has tons of mixed media on it. Those of you that are always worried to buy the Amazon books because of the Amazon paper, this has so much stuff on it. Like, this is alcohol markers, colored pencils, stickles, and I think acrylic paint and Posca. And this has so many different things on it, and it was fine. It was totally fine. And this is another one of my favorite things that I ever colored. I really love how it turned out with all the different mixed media. And this is one of, oh, it even has stickles if you look here at her jewelry and her eyes. This was one of the quickest things I ever colored. And yeah, it takes a lot less time to color things when you start bringing in other mediums, if you're not just using colored pencils and focusing on blending, because you can come in with your alcohol markers and lay a complete base down and then come back and go over it, and you've already got one layer of color that looks pretty opaque down there on the paper. And then you could just come back and add your highlights and all of that. But that's a super cute book too. I really love Deborah Muller's artwork, her cutesy artwork style, and I love her girls. These next couple books I'm going to share with you are by Alena Lazereva. Now, I've been talking to her, and this book here, Christmas Surprise, she has done some updates to this book, and I'm not sure if she's going to send me one to share with you all. It's really cutting it close because we are very close to Christmas now and everybody's already coloring Christmas, but this book she is very close to getting out an update on, and I believe that she said it was going to be all line art is what she told me, but I wanted to go ahead and be able to share this one. I shared it last year, but I think I shared this one and the next one that I'm going to show you in videos last year, but for those of you that didn't see that video, I'm going to share these again. So let me just go ahead and flip through these because the artwork in here is adorable, and it's going to be a combination of grayscale and line art in these books. Well, in this book. And I think the next one is going to be all grayscale. But I think that this book is the one that, oh, okay, so it said second set of pages updated. So I think we've already seen everything. I'll just keep flipping in case maybe I, stop at a different page than I did previously. But I think the new book in her update is probably going to be all line art rather than line art and grayscale. But that is Christmas Surprise by Alena Lazereva. And then this one is also by Alena Lazereva. And this one is Christmas Time. And this one is going to be complete grayscale. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. Look at Santa just looking at his, at the Christmas list. And the grayscale is gorgeous in these books. I really need to pull out one of these books and color over this grayscale. The grayscale is so light that it would make your colored pencils really stand out and look very vibrant and beautiful. And that was all of it, because in these books, here I'll go ahead and just keep flipping through like I did the last one in case I stumble upon a page you didn't see. I don't think we saw the fairies. Yeah, these quick flip throughs is just all about where I end up flipping and what we land on. But that is Christmas Time by Alena Lazereva. And to end this 2021 holiday guide, I am going to show you all of the coloring books that Ava Browne has sent me. Now, I've got quite a few here, and there's a couple in here that are so cute, but I'm going to do a quick flip through like I have with all the others. So we'll start with this Country Christmas book. They have sent me so many, and then they sent me more yesterday, and I figure I could get these in a video somewhere, so I thought what better to add them to this video. And I'm going to start at the back, and I'm going to flip forward because, like I said, it's easier that way, and we'll be able to get through all of these pretty quickly because there's quite a few of them. Okay, so in all of the Ava Browne books, you're going to get a second set of the pages in every one of the books, but I am going to go ahead and keep flipping in case I land on something I didn't land on the first time to make sure y'all see every image in the book. And again, if you want to slow down the video or speed the videos up, you could do that with the little gear looking thing down at the bottom of the video. But if you want to color snowmans, this is a great book. It had a few snowmans. It's got lots of snow. But all of the Ava Browne books, when you order the Ava Browne books, you don't just get just the book. If you order it from Amazon, you also get a PDF copy. There will be a code in there to where you can download your PDF copy of the book. This one is Christmas Doodles, and we are going to, I actually received this one yesterday, and this one seems thicker than some of the others. But this one is just going to be a bunch of little doodle creatures throughout the entire book. We have a doodle Santa Claus. How cute is that? A doodle snowman, and we've got some bells and some ornaments, gingerbread man. Oh, this is cute. But there are double images in there, and it's just all Christmas little doodle people. And then this one, I love gnomes. Oh my goodness. I really love gnomes. Let's go ahead and flip through here because this is Gnome for the Holidays. Is that not the cutest name ever? So let's go back here and start flipping through this one. I love their gnome books. They are so cute. I had another one that I did a flip through of, and I can't remember. I think it might have been an autumn book. I'm pretty sure it was an autumn book. So now we have the Christmas one as well. And hopefully I'll see where I've got the duplicate pages, because I think I've hit all of them in this one. Yep, so the rest of them are going to be duplicate pages. And they also, I don't know if I mentioned, they also do have an Etsy store. And then here we have Christmas Scenes coloring book. So we'll start at the back and flip through this one. We got some snowmen, a lantern, candles. And then most of these have the frame around them, so you can do something with that. You can do a background here, and then you can come back and do another background on the outside if you wanted to. And you could make them like contrasting colors or make them blend right into one another and get rid of that black line. But that is all of the images in that one. So that was Christmas Scenes coloring book. I love their Secret Village series. So this is Secret Village Winter, and these are going to be their little village guys, their little mice and stuff. They're so super cute. They're playing in the snow. I think this is my favorite one. Oh, look how cute he's decorating his little mushroom house. Oh, I really love these. These are my favorite, definitely my favorite out of any of the Ava Browne books are their Secret Village series. They are fantastic. And then we are here where we've got double images. So that was Secret Village Winter. Okay, so as I said in the beginning of this video, I was going to go back and check my Facebook group post and see if I had any more posts. Of course, I posted that early this morning, and so I fit a lot of them in the end of the first video. So if you did not see the suggestions from other colorists in my Facebook group on what their favorite things are, go ahead and check that video out. I've got timestamps on that entire video. But Angela Johnson Campbell commented on that post, and she said her favorite things right now are the Kameliya Angelkova books. I shared those with you. She said she has all of the miniature books now and some of her others, and they are mostly simple and so easy to do and cute as well. And then Brenda Wetzel Grubbs, she left a comment and she said that she wants to give 5 thumbs up for the Jarlink pencil sharpener that I reviewed. She said she bought it because of my video. Then she says that she has at least 8 pencil sharpeners, and this is by far the easiest on her pencils and her arthritic hands. And then Sarah Jones says, any of the Rita Berman coloring books, oh my goodness, I left those out of my video. I have so many coloring books and had so many that I wanted to share. But these here are the Rita Berman books, and they are so cute. This new one, this is her newest release, and I did a flip through of this one in my last haul video. But this is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I know I can't. But let me go ahead and just show you really quick some of the pages in here. But I definitely recommend this. If you don't already have this, add this to your Christmas list for sure. It's so funny because in the last video too, after I went through reading some of the comments, I was like, oh my gosh, I left that out of the video. And then I have this other one, and I believe this is like her summer themed book, and I really love this one as well. This one was given to me by a subscriber who has always been so sweet and kind to me. And I have another one somewhere else, and it's not in its right place in the book, in my bookshelf, so I can't show you that one right now. But yeah, this one is just summer themed, and her artwork is just so cutesy and adorable. Okay, so that's all the comments I had left, and the last one was left 17 minutes ago. I'm sure I'll get more, but I am totally done filming for today because I've literally been filming since noon, and it is now 5 o'clock, and I have lots of editing ahead of me. So we are going to end this video. I hope that y'all got lots of ideas for Christmas and found something that you want to add to your Christmas list. I had a lot of fun putting this video together. Now I have to clean all of this up and put them all back in order in my cabinets. But that gives me an opportunity to clean up my art studio because I literally had supplies and books laying all over the place already just from filming videos and pulling things out. And don't forget, I have a Black Friday sale going on in my Etsy store if you would like to grab my color combination and blending tutorial workbook or any of my color charts. charts. And if you check the description box down below, I will have all the coloring books down there that you've seen in this video. Please let me know in the comments below if you saw anything in this video that you'll be picking up for Christmas. I hope y'all have a wonderful holiday, and I will see you in the next video. Happy coloring. Bye.